Ever wondered how a tree becomes the paper in your notebook? Dive into the fascinating journey of paper production, from raw wood fibers to the final sheet. Discover the intricate, highly mechanized process involving pulping, refining, pressing, and more, all designed to create the paper products we use every day. Stay tuned to learn how modern advancements are making this age-old process more sustainable and efficient. The process of turning raw resources into paper goods, such as wood fiber, recycled fiber, and other materials, is called paper production. The raw materials are turned into pulp through a sequence of mechanical, chemical, and other processes before the pulp is produced into continuous sheets of paper. The process of making paper. How is paper made? Several steps are involved in the production of paper, including raw material preparation, pulping, refining, forming, pressing, drying, and finishing. An outline of the procedure is as follows. Getting the fiber ready. The process of making paper begins with the processing of the fiber. To create paper, the basic material, usually wood chips, must be broken down into tiny fibers. Since raw material preparation has an impact on the finished paper product's qualities and characteristics, it is an essential step in the paper manufacturing process. The primary raw materials used in the production of paper are wood fiber, recycled fiber, and other components including chemicals, fillers, and pulp substitutes. Harvesting trees, moving them to a pulp mill, and turning them into wood chips are the steps involved in preparing wood fiber. After that, the wood chips go through several chemical and mechanical processes to extract the cellulose fibers from the lignin and other contaminants. Pulping is the term for this process, which can be carried out in several ways, including mechanical, chemical, or a mix of the two. Another crucial raw ingredient in the production of paper is recycled fiber, which is obtained by gathering wasted paper and turning it into pulp. After that, the recycled and virgin fibers are combined to make a pulp mixture that satisfies the required standards for performance and quality. After the raw materials are ready, they are usually shipped to the paper mill, where additional operations are performed to produce the finished paper product, including forming, pressing, drying, and finishing. Pulping. The process of pulping, which turns wood chips, recycled paper, or other raw materials into pulp that is used to produce paper, is an essential stage in the production of paper. There are two primary types of pulping processes: chemical pulping and mechanical pulping. In mechanical pulping, the fibers are separated from the wood chips or other raw materials by grinding them with mechanical force. Although this process is quick and easy, the pulp it creates is of worse quality and isn't appropriate for all kinds of paper. The lignin that holds the fibers together is broken down by chemicals during chemical pulping, on the other hand, producing a pulp of better grade. Sulfite and kraft pulping are the two primary forms of chemical pulping. The most used technique for chemical pulping is kraft pulping. The wood chips are roasted at high temperatures and pressure in a mixture of sodium sulfide, white liquor, and sodium hydroxide, caustic soda. This results in a pulp that is robust and adaptable when the lignin is broken down and the fibers are separated. Sulfite pulping. This technique breaks down the lignin and separates the fibers using a sulfurous acid solution. Compared to kraft pulp, pulp from sulfite pulping is softer and more flexible. After being created, the pulp is put through several steps to increase its quality, including cleaning, screening, and refining. At that point, the pulp might be utilized to create paper or other goods. Refining. Following the pulping stage in the paper manufacturing process, refining is a crucial step. To generate a pulp with the appropriate qualities for the particular paper product being made, it entails mechanically processing the pulp to further separate and purify the fibers. Usually, the pulp is refined by passing it through a sequence of cylindrical or conical refiners, which mechanically refine the fibers using revolving discs or bars. The degree of fiber separation and the resulting fiber properties, including fiber length, strength and flexibility, can be controlled during the refining process. Before being delivered to the paper machine for additional processing, the pulp may undergo additional cleaning and screening procedures after refining to get rid of any leftover pollutants. Forming, a crucial stage in the production of paper, entails using a paper machine to turn pulp into a continuous sheet of paper. The paper machine is a sophisticated piece of machinery that usually has multiple sections, such as the sections for shaping, pressing, drying, and calendaring. The pulp is turned into a continuous sheet of paper in the forming section. The paper may next go through the calendaring section to enhance its surface smoothness and finish after being dried in the drying section using steam-heated cylinders. Pressing. After the pulp is turned into a continuous sheet of paper on the paper machine, pressing is a crucial phase in the paper making process. The wet paper web is passed through one or more sets of rollers or presses during the pressing stage to flatten the paper and squeeze out water. By eliminating extra water and bringing the paper fibers together, this procedure helps to increase the density, strength, and smoothness of the finished product. Up to 50% of the weight of the paper can be made up of the residual water in the wet paper web, which is mostly eliminated during the pressing process. The fibers of the paper web are compressed and flattened as it is forced between the rollers, creating a denser and more robust finished product. Following pressing, the paper web usually goes into the paper machine's drying area, where heated cylinders or other drying techniques are used to dry it. The pressing stage can have a big impact on the final paper product quality and helps get the paper web ready for effective drying. Removing moisture. After the pulp has been pressed to eliminate excess water and molded into a continuous sheet of paper, drying is an important phase in the paper making process. To eliminate any leftover water and bring the paper to its ultimate moisture content, the drying stage entails running the paper web through a series of heated cylinders or other drying techniques. The drying process is meticulously regulated to guarantee that the paper dries evenly and without causing any harm to its surface qualities or structure. Coating. A typical procedure in the production of paper is coating, which is adding a layer of material to the paper's surface to improve qualities including brightness, opacity, smoothness, and printability. The coating can be aqueous or solvent-based, and it can be applied to one or both sides of the paper. Usually, the coating procedure takes place following the production of the paper but before it rolls into final goods. Coatings can be applied in several ways, such as roll coating, air knife coating, rod coating, and blade coating. The most used technique in the paper industry is blade coating, which entails employing a blade to apply a thin layer of coating to the paper's surface. Cutting and packaging. In the paper manufacturing process, cutting and packing are crucial stages because they guarantee that the final product is the right size and shape and is packed to keep it safe during handling and delivery. Following production, the paper is usually rolled onto enormous spools known as jumbo rolls, which can weigh several tons and measure several meters in width. After that, these enormous rolls are delivered to a converting plant, where they are divided into smaller rolls or sheets and prepared for retail. In general, finishing is an important stage in the production of paper since it enhances the material's performance, look, and usefulness for particular uses. The paper product's ultimate quality and value can be greatly influenced by the finishing process, which calls for meticulous attention to detail and quality control. In conclusion, the intricate process of paper production transforms raw materials into everyday essentials. subscribe for more insights into manufacturing marvels. And don't forget to comment and share to your loved ones. See you in the next video.